Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca and welcome back to my Pixel Quest. Welcome back to our blind-ish playthrough of Blueprints, semi-blind phase 2. So we're going in today 134. We had an absolutely freaking marvelous day. The previous day we spent in the house. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed that there were so many, for me, so many successes, so many treasures, so many fascinating things learned, and so many experiments tried. It was just one of those days where I'm so very satisfied with how many fun things I was able to do, how many cool, even if they were like drafts that didn't sort of directly result in anything, like getting foyer and ballroom together. And I think my understanding of things from the Remo so far is the foyer hands remains unsolved. That's kind of how I'm interpreting it at the moment, which is bizarre to me. Just I won't go down this path yet, but so bizarre to me if so. Because I'm going down that path. All the other hands that are the same hands in the game are very specifically something. Anyway, that's wild to me. But nevertheless, great day yesterday, and I'm hoping for a great day again today. In fact, all of these days, every day in the mansion has been great. I've always said that, and that remains true. But all of the days with these Remos have been a pure delight. So once again, I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody involved. Everybody who contributed, and in particular Steve and Kuma for kind of managing this whole thing. Putting all of this stuff together in such a ridiculously short amount of time. This is the other thing we've got to remember. Everybody hustled on this, everybody hustled to put this amazing system together, and it has brought us all so many treasures and so many delights. And also a big thanks to John Bob and Zephyr for all of their help with the Remo website as well. Now, this is the point where since I'm talking about Steve and Kuma, they sent me an email and said, hey, Rebecca, with that blue Remo that you got in the last day about Christopher Manson, there's a little bonus. There's a little bonus that we would like to give you with this Remo, which is they've sent me the link to Christopher Manson's book. They confirmed, that indeed I knew I was right, and I have photos of it anyway, that Christopher Manson is who this game is dedicated to. So let's go and take a look at it together. I think this is the perfect moment to take a look at this. So I've clicked on the link, I've pulled it up. Let me just, these are the Remos, you guys remember this. Bam! But that there is Christopher Manson's book. I mean, you probably know this. I'm saying it to myself. I don't know how many of you, might not have seen this, but probably everyone has seen this, or most people have. But this is new to me. I've never looked at this. However, as soon as I clicked on it, I had to click on it to set the recording up, obviously. So I've had to look at this first page. As soon as I saw it, and it's particularly seeing this win $10,000 sticker on it, I went, oh, I think I have heard of this a long time ago. I think a long time ago, I remember, I don't know, hearing about, possibly even reading the Wikipedia page of, I think I remember hearing about this, this really amazing, puzzle book that was put together by a very amazing person, and it had this massive prize attached to it. My memory is that it was no one ever, I don't know how current this is, probably it's been solved many times over by now, at least in some way, because Steve did make a comment saying it's complicated, but I don't know anything more than that. There's complexity to whether it's been fully solved or not. And I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about the following pages. I don't know anything about the puzzles that are in it, and I don't know anything about the nature of completing it. But anyway, I have this memory that a long time ago, I think I did hear about this book, and I think I read like the Wikipedia page of it. But we're talking about a long time ago. I haven't thought about this in a long time. I can imagine that my buddy Patrick Alexander, who I've mentioned sometimes, I can imagine that he might have even originally told me about this. In fact, if he ever does watch my Blueprints playthrough, and if he ever listens to this, yeah, he's probably going, Rebecca, I told you about that. We talked about this, which we probably did, but a long time ago. So, yeah, super interesting. It's kind of like brought this memory back, half memory, like a maybe memory, right? I'm pretty sure, though. I don't know. I'm fairly sure, because the idea of there being this huge prize associated with winning a notoriously with solving a notoriously difficult like puzzle book is very fascinating. But I never looked at it. I never saw the book itself. So let's take a look. First off, I just want to say, aside from that memory, the other first thing that popped up when I just saw this picture is, isn't this a great art style? For me, this is such a great art style. It reminds me so much of so many like books and games and things from my childhood, which was in the 80s. And my understanding is that this is from 1985, when I would have been 2 years old. So not in any state to be winning $10,000, unfortunately, which would have been extra good back then. But this art style is so attractive to me. It reminds me of so many things from kind of that era, understandably, because it is an art style from that era. But in particular, I go on and on about this, but like a lot of games from the C64 and the Amiga that I used to play, this is a kind of art style I really have a lot of affection for, and I miss. So we're just going to take a quick look at this. I don't even know what's going to happen. I don't know if this is a thing like where you go page by page and you don't look at the next page, right? But let's take a look. Okay, interesting, cool. Aha, that's sure is the beginning of a book. Oh man, isn't that so good? This is like, right, you can immediately see the inspiration for the drafting sweepstakes, right? This is gotta be like maybe the biggest, or at least a very big inspiration for the drafting sweepstakes right here. That is so good. That is so good. Even now, I would love to win $10,000. That would make it a ridiculous, difference to me. Whereas in game, unfortunately, by the time I actually, did the drafting sweepstakes, winning the 200 coins, they just went down the drain. They slipped off into the ether, and I wasn't able to do anything, particularly useful with them, or anything at all. This is so good as well, because it's not as if this in itself is like a unique sort of illustration composition. It's a common sort of trope, right? It's a really nice one, but it does immediately bring to mind, right, the title screen of Blueprints. So even that looks really great. And already like my eyes are like scanning this and going, okay, there's a Z there. Are there other letters? Is there some meaning to to even what I'm seeing here on the page? Obviously we've got an imprint of a key here. Is there even, yeah. Oh, it's so good. And there's literally like some of our drafting items here, right? Oh, it's so good. It's so good. So I'm not going to look at this in great detail. I just wanted to show you guys. Let's look at the next page. Oh my God, the hands. I was just talking about the hands. That's got to be a direct reference as well, right? It's not as if it's a wholly unique idea, concept, but it does just seem like that must be the inspiration for the hands, right? So like up, right, down, left. Anyway, I'm not going to look at too much more of this because it does seem like it might be fun to what I might do is work out like a separate video where I actually like take a look at this. I don't think I'll be winning $10,000, but I wouldn't say no if that were to occur. I mean, you guys are well aware of my puzzle solving skills at this stage. So, actually, let's flip back to the remos. But yeah, I think it would be a fun idea. It would be a fun idea to have a go at it at some stage. All right. Turning our mind. So anyway, thank you guys. That was so wonderful. It is about the right time for me to slowly start learning about the context of this game. However, just a reminder that for now, that's the only bit of trivia that I want to get, especially since I might actually do my own video or videos, I have no idea, of actually having a go at looking through that book and solving some of the puzzles in it, right? So so please, as always, don't put anything in the comments unless they're under a spoiler cut for me to see about that. And I know that you probably all desperately at this stage want to tell me more trivia and more interesting things about the context of this game. I want to get there. We're getting so close to that point, but just not yet. Just not yet. I think I want to fully get through these remos at the very least before I make that call. And so yeah, just hang on a little bit longer. So we have 17 remos left to find. I'm just going to give you a little run through of them. Nothing too difficult for the most part, except that morning room is something that I'm not in control of. I have to wait for the game to give me that opportunity. Other than that, an interesting selection of rooms. These two we can't get until I'm actually able to get back into the blue house, and that's fine. I will do that sort of after this. We've got to get Shrine again, get Monk's Blessing, etc. to be able to do that. Originally I was planning on doing that today, because today we don't have a blessing anymore. We're through the blessing of the chef. So I went, okay, let's go and get the Monk's Blessing again. Then we've got it ready there for whenever I want to try other outer room experiments, get secret passage, go back into the atelier, all of that. However, we've only got 2 more outer rooms to get remos for, so I scrapped that idea and I went, it's fine, we'll just go without a blessing for the time being. I want to get tool shed or root cellar. So let's head on in, and I'll tell you how we're going to do today. Back in entrance hall. All right. I've decided to change the rules up again today, and I kind of like this one. In a way, it's fairly simple. This one is going to be a spatially based remo rule set. I've decided that we're going to do remos in a kind of an X shape through the house. So to try and make this a little bit clearer, if you imagine the columns, as I've said many times before, as being A, B, C, D, E, essentially, on rank 1, it is going to be the wings, columns A and B, C, D, E, will be the remo rooms. When we go up to rank 2, we're going inwards 1, so it's going to be columns B and D that will be the remo rooms. And then on rank 3, it is only going to be column C. And then we're going to extend outwards again. If you imagine a big X pattern, then it's going to be columns B and D again. And then we get back up here to columns A and E will be the remo rooms. So just up to these, just with this 5x5 grid, you can just see a big picture of an X with this room at the center. That's going to be our remos, but then we're just going to continue upwards. So then this one, columns B and D, this rank, column C, this column, in theory, conceptually, it's columns B and D, except the foundation scrubs that one out. That's okay. I'm accepting that. And then on rank 9, it will be the wings again. So we kind of got like sort of two X's as we go up. All right. So that's I just thought that was kind of a neat way of doing it, especially since we have some rooms that need to be drafted on the wings, like morning room and terrace. Remos I still need, but others, elsewhere in the house. So I thought that was kind of a cool, interesting one today. And the other interesting thing about it is that gives us, if we use them all, that gives us 15 opportunities at Remos. It would be 16 except for foundation blocking one of them. And I have 17 Remos left, but if you take out the 2 I can't access today in the rough draft, and the fact that I'll only be getting one of the 2 other outer rooms, like that, there's only 14 I can possibly get today anyway, so that's kind of cool. We could theoretically get all 14 today. Probably won't be that lucky, but let's see. Okay, and then in terms of, so noting that we have the key card today, which is great. In terms of like some of my big goals today, if I can, and because I am starting with keycard today, I would love to try, if I'm able, to tunnel south. I would love to try, even though that would ruin some of the Remo spots. I'd love to. I'd just love to. I'd love to try and make today a tunneling south day, because that's one of the things on my list. I'd love to try and get 2 observatories today, because I really want to get more, and that means getting Chamber of Mirrors. I'd really love to get like more chances at the Spiral of Stars message. One of the Remos that I've been thinking through a bit is the Remo that says that 4 rooms that rhyme have letters in them that spell a word and nobody knows why. Now, at first I was having a go at the actual, so I think it's aquarium, solarium, planetarium, and mechanarium, especially since we got that Remo in solarium, so that makes sense. And at first I was trying to make words from like, the letters in the room, names, and didn't really come up with anything compelling at all, because you're left with a weird bunch of letters. And the only thing that really came of that was slightly compelling is the fact that the first letter in all of them spells out maps. But, But then I realized, like, hang on, no, the way that it's worded is it says there are letters in the rooms. And because it's an ongoing mystery for me, and we went there in the last episode, so it's fresh in my mind, I went, oh my God, Mechanarium has a giant N in it, and I've always wondered what that N is about. What is the N at the top of Mechanarium? And then I thought, well, hang on, there are also, I don't know if this is it, but, if I do think about what's going on in these 4 rooms, this might not be it. However, I do know that Aquarium has X's in it, because we've seen that. However, they are X's that are sort of useful, have another purpose, I suppose. But yeah, anyway, that's possible. It could actually be something else as well. Maybe there's another letter in Aquarium that I haven't seen, but I'm kind of considering that could be it. But Solarium and Planetarium, I have no idea. So I have a goal that, just to test this out, I would like to get Solarium and Planetarium today if I'm able to, and just hunt around. Because if I am able to see letters, like the N in Mechanarium is hugely obvious. So I don't know what I'm expecting if the others are, maybe there are really obvious things in those rooms that I've missed. I don't know. Maybe they're really hard to see. But if I can get those rooms, I'd like to see if I can see any other letters, because that'll tell me whether I'm thinking in the right way here. But I would love for this to be related to the Mechanarium N, because it would give me, a context for that N. Now, if I am correct, if I am correct about this, we know we're looking for a room. We know in general we're looking for a word that has 4 letters in it. And if I'm correct about the N and maybe the X, I thought, well, I can already start to think about what some possible words to come of this are, right? So we've got onyx. So first off, let me just say, cool words. Onyx, next, oxen, exon, minx, lynx, jinx, and axon. If so the problem is these are cool words because they're words that have an X in them. That's why they're awesome. You know, that's all contingent on me being correct about the aquarium X being one of them. So we'll see. You know, maybe this whole thing is not right. But, you know, I'd like to see if I can get solarium and planetarium, because I reckon if I find letters in there, I know. And then I can take another look at aquarium and see, you know, even if that seems right. I'd love to try and get the locksmith and dig in the floor of it somehow, potentially with the treasure map. That's a difficult one to do, but it's an ongoing goal. Ongoing goal is to get lost and found again. And I have actually written down to do my best to actually get some payroll today, which I haven't, you know, managed to actually follow through with. I forgot about it in all of the excitement of yesterday. Like, we triggered the payroll, but I didn't actually go and pick it up. But the great thing is I do still need the remo for Maid's Chamber. So might work out really well. All right, let's go in. Now, I would really like to use the scepter for the hallway to try and get the tunneling south. We've got the key card, so I can go up to foundation, but ideally I'd like to be tunneling south from one of these 2 columns, essentially. We can't do it from here. We can't do it from here. And I don't know why. I don't know why I'm just not into the idea of doing it on the west wing. Somehow west wing feels more precious to me. I don't really know why. So to do, yeah, I might have to give that idea up, because to start from here is difficult. I either need to be able to go through antechamber, or, yeah, it's pretty difficult, isn't it? Or I need to come along foundation, go up here, and then do it from the east wing. I think one of the reasons I don't want to do it in the west is because I pretty much always start my day here. And if I draft here, you know, if I begin drafting in the west, then the tunnel idea is over anyway. So yeah, that's why I feel like it's kind of a bit easier to save it for you know, the east wing maybe. I don't know. It might not work. It's a difficult thing to achieve, but I might just for the time being particularly avoid here, because I reckon that's where I could make it work. Yeah. However, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know how this is going to pan out. Let's just see. We can't go to the outer room yet because I need some redraw potential, so let's see how we do. Hello, study. I really, really do really want you, but not here, especially given what I've just said, that I'm going to be more West Wing reliant for the time being. So I think gems is, you know, we need gems. We haven't been able to start with a massive amount of gems today. Then again, I could get the secret garden key straight away from break room, which would allow me to open both sides of the antechamber. So they're both very attractive, but I'm gonna go parlor. I'm gonna go parlor. Okay. This puzzle is harder than it seems. It's one of you. Okay. This box is empty. This box is empty. All right. Okay. Well, let me just think through this in my mechanical way. So I'm going to start with these 2. If we say this one is true and this one is true, then this one has to be false, which actually works out, doesn't it? Because the gems are in here, the other 2 are just straight up. It's a pretty simple puzzle in that case, if we read things on their face value. So that actually works out the gems in this box. If we say that this one is true, but this one is false, for example, then this one could be either And I don't think we get anywhere. Yeah, we just don't really get anywhere. So the fact that it's saying it's harder than it seems, I would say is probably true, but it's so hard we have no direction to go in. And I can't really see a way for that to be false in that circumstance because it's hard. Because we get nowhere. Whereas if this one is false and this one is false, that's impossible. That is impossible. So, because they can't both have gems in it. So I think it just is the first scenario. I think it has to be that this is true, and that this is false, and it's actually an easy puzzle. Thank you. I'm always waiting with bated breath because it's very, very possible that I could be wrong. Hey, Mount Holly. Okay, all right. So this, with my current Remo drawing system for today, this is actually a Remo spot. I'm not going to be able to use it because these are all rooms I have the Remo for. I'm going to just quickly double check, but I am very, very sure of that. We've had dining room, we've had spare veranda, and we've had vault, because vault gave us the really amazing clue about the A key. Yeah. There we go. All right. Just double checking. Yeah. So in that case, we have to use this space just strategically for drafting, and vault is bad. Spare veranda is pretty good. What I like about dining room is that it gives me an easy chance to get around the corner, in fact. And I'd love, that's like my ideal spot to put study if I can. But spare veranda's so good. So this is a slightly tricky choice. I mean, I don't have any other items today. So the greater chance of finding items, I'm going to risk it. Great. Okay. That's actually a good help because, we don't have an amazing key situation. I like that. I am briefly considering, should I go back and use the scepter for something? I don't know. All right. Now, if dining room could go here, that would be really ideal. This one is not a Remo spot at all. Nothing takes me to the west. It's not ideal, but we can manage. So maybe then Den is the best thing to go here. And it leads to a Remo spot because on rank 3, the Remo spot is in the central column. We get a gem. We get some more ways up. I'm already starting to feel this might not be a good tunnel day, but we'll see how we go. I mean, technically I could still do the tunnel in the west wing. That's still a possibility right now. Okay. Ooh. So maybe hallway is perfect here. Now already this is another potential Remo spot, but again, I have all of these. I have all of the gold rooms, and I have all of the hallways. So they're all out. I actually have like 4 red rooms that I need to get. So that's one of the main things. Kitchen may give me the possibility of morning room, which is actually quite exciting. It's just I really like the exit situation from hallway. I like the trunk. No, you know what? Let's do kitchen. Let's find out if morning room is a possibility today. Let's find out. No. Okay, chef salad. All right, no morning room today. That's okay. It was very unlikely we were going to get absolutely everything possible today. So that's cool. That's cool. All right. Well, we've got some step possibilities here, and the quail works with trophy room. Cool. I remember that well now. So here's the decision. Shall I go into the West Wing? I think I probably just have to. I think I might just have to. Okay, hang on a sec. I'm just noting down. There we go. Like kind of where I am and which remo. I've got a little map next to me with the remo possibilities so that I can easily check. So kitchen doesn't go into a remo possibility. And if we go west and down from kitchen, the only remo possibility is rank 1 column A in the corner. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's do it. Tricky though, isn't it, without any redraws? Tricky day with no redraws. You know what? I might preserve it. I might preserve it. Maybe I can get study directly up from entrance hall, which would make a real difference to the possibilities of... Because I can easily cut myself off from a lot of that west wing. No, okay. Wow, that's a very not perfect selection for this particular spot. I hate wasting dining room here, but it's even... No, it's actually better to put Great Hall here just because we get more exits from this place. Then again, I don't need the north exit from Great Hall because I can access that same space from Den. So actually, maybe of all of them, maybe dining room is the better thing to go here. Okay, it's a shame to waste that exit, but there we go. There's our quail is waiting for us. Well, maybe let's try drafting from here. And if this could be study, that means we're still preserving the east wing for a potential tunnel. But we get the redraw ability. No, coat check though is very nice. I cannot deny. Maybe then coat check. And this is not a remo spot either. On rank 1 it's only the wings. Maybe it's just good to take... Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I think this is kind of... Often this is a perfect place for coat check, right? Like, it's kind of where conceptually coat check wants to be drawn. Like, it's at the entrance hall. You know, it makes sense as a room to go here. So let's do it. Let's solve the key issue. Retrieve. I'm loving having master key and coat check. Like, almost every day I just have no key issue. It's really useful. Okay. Excuse me. In that case... Oh, hello! It's been a long time since I've had salt shaker in the dining room. A glass salt shaker. I haven't even noticed that that's what's written there for ages. Okay. It's possible there's another item in here, but it's always tricky because it's usually... Yeah, it's Joya. It's Joya. I'm going to leave it there until... Because maybe I'm able to pick up Silver Spoon. Okay, I don't know. I suppose ideally something that'll get me north here would be really great. This, though, is a remo spot. It's another possibility. We haven't used a single one yet. Ah. Ouch. Yeah. Wow. Okay. All right. Not going amazing. Not going amazing. So this, no matter what I do, this is a dead end. And that means I've really dead-ended almost everything in the east wing. This is what I get for having a really, like, amazing lucky day yesterday. In that case, definitely not Nook. These are both compelling because, well, I don't have to go mad for star experiments anymore. And I don't need to go for any of the spread events. So even like experiments now are still really good and interesting, but the experiment game has changed. It might even be a good time to take a look at my experiments and, you know, possibly change them next opportunity I get. So maybe let's go break room, because it could get me secret garden key, which would be fantastic. I'd be able to go straight through antechamber if so. Thank you. It's an extra good break room. Thank you, Spare Veranda. I think Spare Veranda probably did this. Oh, finally, some redraws. Brilliant. Okay, all right, feeling good, feeling good. Feeling good, pulling up. I'm just filling in more of my map. I'm pulling up my calculator just in case. Okay. So we are squaring and inverting just this one. Okay. So 4 squared to 416, invert to 61. Then we're going 61. Oh, okay. 61 minus 10, 50 minus... It's just subtraction all the way, isn't it? Minus 20. There's nothing else I'm missing. And then minus 10. And then minus 20. It's 1. Nice. Then we're doing the same... Okay, the same bullseye operations, but with more complexity, and we ignore this one. Okay. So starting with 9... square to 81, invert to 18, then over to here, 18 divided by 6. No, 18 divided by 6 is 3. Yep. And then we're jumping up here. So 3 plus 7 gets us 10, which squares to 100, but then we invert back to 1, and then it's a 1. Okay. What I'm trying to remember here is which way around I do these two operations around the 12. I think we start with the outside operation, because I think we essentially just go, this number is not 12. This number is, 24. And then you take a third of 24. So it just becomes 1 plus 8. Which is 9, and then 9 squared is 81, and then 18. That works. Yay! Okay, regular keys, which I don't need. Okay. Well, I don't know, I might need, but it's not very helpful. It's probably the least helpful. Oh, well, thank you, I did get redraw die from that. Okay. I don't know if I want to pick up Joya yet. Okay, well, that means I'm not in a great position. I'm not in a really great position. Obviously, this tunneling south idea is going south. It's not dead, but it's not good. It's shallow breathing. It's looking pale. We do have 2 redraw dice, so I could go out and get my outer rooms, but the 2 outer rooms that I'm after... The 2 outer rooms that I'm after are either root cellar or tool shed. So, like, in terms of what they get me, reasonably basic. Probably nothing miraculous. Okay, I just had to pause. Since this day, in some ways this day's going not great so far. Which is making me think maybe we should just go up to foundation and see if I can manage to get a tunnel in one of the wings. Maybe before I do that, I should try the the spot from the den then, which is a remo spot. So again, it's probably going to be another wasted spot because it's very hard to, without study, without study, my drafting powers are simply not amazing. I'm actually thinking of now taking this and going for orange because even getting other hallways could be really, really great right now. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like, I really want to go for my shop rooms as well because I need the help. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. It's a bit of a, yeah. I'm so attracted to doing gold straight out of the bat, but maybe let's try this spot from Den and just see what comes of it. We've got 2 redraw die. I don't want to use them. There we go. It's hallway city, but none of them are really what I want here. They all only go in one direction and it's the same direction. I don't really need the benefit of hallway doors are always unlocked, and I probably don't need to do any foyer experiments anymore, which is kind of, yeah. Now foyer is just foyer. I mean, it's still foyer, but it's also just foyer. Yeah. I could use secret passage to try and get another room, but I don't know what I would go for that, that a color could help me out with, really. And I don't need the benefit of being unlocked. So there's also the consideration that these use up gems, and I only have 5 gems. I could redraw, but I don't really want to waste a redraw here. It's a bit of a shame. It's yet another Ramo spot going unused. Let's go corridor. Let's just go corridor. We might as well try and preserve the gems. So let's see what we can put here. Okay, vestibule is more what I was hoping for before. However, no, definitely not. Yeah, I think, God, this is such a weird, it's a weird place to put vestibule. It uses 2 of my only 5 gems. Yikes. But then again, I do like that it gives me the possibility to go into East Wing if indeed we do just end up drafting into East Wing. I might just need this. But I like that aquarium only uses 1 gem. Okay, maybe we go... Yeah, maybe we go aquarium. I don't know what I'm doing. I think this could even just be into, oh good, a gem. Thank God. This could even end up being a short day. I've said that so many times and it's ended up being a completely full house, right? Usually when I say that, almost never when I say that is it actually a short day. It's been a really long time since I've legit had a short day in this house. Which, look at that. And let's remember that a lot of these blank spots are actually rooms that are glitching and missing. When have I last had a short day? 79 maybe? Looks like I was blocked on day 79. That's probably the last one, and even before then, not many. It's really the beginning of the playthrough is when I was having like short days and double days and things like that. If there's one thing I can say about myself, I think I've gotten pretty good at drafting a full house or close to. So, but yeah, today's not giving me those vibes. So far, that doesn't mean I give up. I never give up. But it does make me feel perhaps a little bit more, I don't know, an odd combination of risky and risk-averse. Okay, let's see what we get from here then. So this, then, is another Remo spot. There's my tunnel. I was kind of hoping that at least the benefit we might get is that, through drafting a few hallways, we at least make tunnel more likely, right? However, there's no point to having tunnel here. It's not what I want to do. Parlor could at least get me some more gems, which is nice. But Great Hall gives me a lot of possibilities from this spot, and even the possibility of actually going into the freaking East Wing if I'm not tunneling down there. So Great Hall it is, and we don't have to worry about the whole key situation. In we go. Thank you, Master Key, one of the most beautiful, wonderful objects in the game that I do still wonder about. There's our exit. Oh, Master Key. It's one of the most exciting, I don't know about you, but like the idea of a Master Key was always one of the most interesting sort of objects I could think about when I was a kid. You know, first off, just keys. Keys were the most magical concepts, you know, as items, right? The idea of a Master Key, which doesn't, you know, make a lot of sense in a lot of contexts, but the idea of it, like a key, a magical key, a cool, a mazo key that can open everything, is such an exciting idea. More keys. All right. Where was the... There we go. We've at least got one part of the antechamber only, but it's not really helpful unless I get the other one open as well. Which really, for me, realistically, is only getting open through Secret Garden. I don't know. I do know... That said, I know a lot more about Mechanarium now. So it does open the possibility for me being more strategic with the way I draft Mechanarium. But I haven't had much practice with it, so... In fact, I've had zero practice with the new knowledge I have about Mechanarium and how to control the doors that open with it, so yeah. Probably actually not a very viable option for today, let's put it that way. Let's draft from here, because this would be a perfect... This is not a Remo spot. We have ruined every Remo spot so far, but it's a difficult day to get started. Let's try from here. If this could be study, it's a great spot for it. Thank you, study. Thank you, study. Study, you might just have saved my day. I do need the lavatory Remo, but this is not a Remo spot anyway. That is it. That is it. Thank you. Thank you. Without lots of gems, you know, this still isn't hugely powerful immediately, but it's still really good. Really good. Thank you, study. Thank you, study. Excellent. Excellent. I'm just going to have a look. 53 times I've drafted study. At an earlier point, even a midway point through this playthrough, that wouldn't have been a very high number at all. But at some point, me and Study, you know, we figured each other out, and I was going to a great amount of trouble to get it most days. Wonderful. Okay, that's a game changer. We still have 2 tunneling possibilities, which I like. We have the Master Key, which is great, because going up here and, you know, drafting from Foundation is tends to be, you know, where there's a lot of locked doors. We've got key cards, so security doors are not a problem. We have the Scepter with us to hopefully bring Study into being. To bring Tunnel into being. It's not as if this is even my major goal for today. It's just something it's a thing I would really like to be able to do, because it's a tricky thing. It's a tricky thing to be able to manage. Okay. All right. It's looking a bit more interesting. In that case, maybe let's continue drafting up from Great Hall and see what we can get here. I would actually love to see laundry. I would love to see laundry, and it could be, because that could be my gem game changer. However, if I were to change the Royal Scepter to gold, that's it. I can't change it back to hallways. I don't know. It could be worth it, because if I get the redraw potential from Laundry. Could be worthwhile. All right. Master key, please. Okay, passageway is probably just great because it gives us, it gives us momentum northward. It does use up 2 gems, which sucks. This is also good because we get more gems and we're still heading up. This is not a Remo spot, and let's say from Parlour would also not be a Remo spot. However, north from Passageway is another Remo spot. Okay. Alright. But then I could also secret passage here to make it more possible to get laundry. But if I'm going to do that, then I'm dead ending. I'm dead ending that spot. So I would rather have passageway here. It gives me other drafting possibilities, and if one of them could be laundry, I can still go on. Yes. So let's do this. Let's draft from here, and if this could be laundry, maybe it is just the smarter thing to now change this to gold, to try to get laundry on this spot, and then the redraws will at least make it easier for me to find tunnel somewhere else. I think I'm going to do that now. We've drafted, the good thing is we've drafted a lot of the hallways already, so a lot of them are out of the pack. Actually, that doesn't really matter anymore for the way that my redraws are working. Okay. Laundry? Laundry, please! Please! Oh, it's observatory, which I also really need. Ideally, I want to get 2 observatories again today. And ironically, we're getting another hallway. Absolutely none of these give me any extra... Yeah, none of them give me any extra... Yep. Alright. None of them give me any... Oh, sorry, that was my pen hitting the microphone. None of them give me any extra exits, so I might as well put observatory here, which is a big goal for today anyway. We get all of the benefits of observatory. I get to add another word to my Spiral of Stars, amazo, interesting, tantalizing message puzzle, and in the spot above that, we could still try to draft laundry with really no issue. So observatory actually is really good. Okay, and maybe this gets me... What are we on? 106 stars? I'm not sure. Add a word to Spiral of Stars, then gain 1 key? Did I actually gain a key then? Hang on. I might have to check. A gem, couple of chests, great. That's good. And I have keys I can use them with. I gotta check the footage. Did I actually just gain a key then? I did. I went from 6 to 7 keys. That's really interesting. Add a word to Spiral of Stars, then gain 1 key. But there's no way that gaining 1 key is what the Spiral of Stars is going to be about, right? I could have gained 1 key from Observatory back when I had 4 stars, something like that. So where is this going to go? Maybe... So we've just gained an item. Maybe we gain 1 key. Alright, I could imagine it going... I could imagine so many things, right? Maybe it goes and gain 1 key, and gain 2 keys, and gain 3 keys, and gain 4 keys. Maybe it says and gain 1 key, and gain 1 gem, and gain 1... and gain, 5 steps. Maybe it's just lots of extra things. Or Another one is maybe it says, then gain 1 key, and at this point you get 1 key. But then the next, maybe it continues in a different direction, going like, and gain 1 key clue to something, something, something. I don't know. Well, that's fired me up even more to get even more observatories. All right, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And the other things we gained there are also very good. Okay. I would love for this to be laundry. I say hopefully. Okay, it's a good start. It's a good start. Showroom is also really good. Hang on, let me have a think about this. I could put showroom here, and the same as we did with observatory, hope that the following spot becomes laundry, and then we get the benefit of showroom and a laundry, which is really good. Gift shop is good for the exits, however one of them just takes me to the same place as passageway anyway. So, you know, whatever. Obviously secret passage could... yeah, you know, it could make it extra easy for me to get the gold rooms, but I could also redraw from here. I kind of like the idea, even though it uses up gems, I think I really, really, really like the benefits of showroom. I've got cash to spend, right? That said, I've got to remember if I am going to get laundry after this, don't spend all your money. But let's take a look at what we can get. You know, emerald bracelet might be on offer, and this is also not a Remo spot, and the spot after it is not a Remo spot. I'm going to go showroom. We're in a very, very tricky... Okay, emerald bracelet is good to see. Silver spoon is, as always, good to see. Basically, everything here is useful. Everything here is useful. Do I... If I were to buy this now, though, I only have 30 coins, which would mean laundry would only get me about 25 gems, which is, quite frankly, not enough. So I think I'm going to keep all of this money. See if we can get laundry from here. This is a tricky damn day. It's very tricky. Okay. This is also not a Remo spot, so anything can go here without too much worry. You know, look, locksmith could get me the secret garden key. It's, you know, it's possible, but I don't think it's compelling enough to put it here. Commissary could get me other good items. Yes, other good items, nice. Conference room, interestingly, would actually just allow me to connect both of the exits from conference room here would each lead to Remo possibilities. What a weird day. You know what? I was thinking if I do somehow end the day soon, like the shape of the house that we currently have, then it would be my first time in a really long time to have the house at the end of the day reflect the weird shape of our house. I haven't had a weird shape of house in a really long time. A really long time. A really very, very, very long time, like I just showed you. I don't know... I'm now wondering, have I ever had a house which doesn't have either of the wings? I've definitely had houses that don't have one of the wings. Have I had a house that doesn't have either of the wings? I'm not sure. It's been a long time. Anyway, that's not my goal. That's just an interesting thought. So I could redraw on this spot to try to get laundry, or I could just put conference room here. It gives us a very good chance of connecting up with foundation anyway. And we could still make one of the rooms from here laundry. Yeah. The connectivity is speaking to me a little bit. Okay. So from passageway and the 2 exits from conference room, these are all remo possibilities. We haven't had a single one yet. I could also choose to turn back at this stage, go and get our outer room. You know, we'll at least have that if nothing else. We've got, you know, redraws enough to make it happen. But I guess I'm thinking, yeah, like I don't know. Let's see if one of these could be either laundry or an interesting remo spot. Okay. None of these are remos that I need, so this might be where we try redrawing. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, look, hallway's good for a lot of reasons. This is the other tricky thing, is without being able to do loads of redraws, it's hard for me to bring the like, we've only got kind of 14-ish rooms that I'm trying to get on remo spots, right? So this is where it gets really hard to actually manage to get the correct rooms on the correct spots, to even get them as drafting possibilities. This is, we're turning the corner of difficulty here. Okay. I could continue to, I've only got one more redraw die, and then I'm absolutely de-gemming myself in a really terrible way. So I'm thinking maybe at least if I put hallway here. I don't know, what does it get? It gets me a trunk. Whereas actually, if I am still... it's part, you know, like, I think we can all agree this day is being ruined because I'm trying to do the tunnel south. That's what's happening here. My continued interest in trying to make this happen is the reason for everything here, really. So I'm just thinking, regardless of what I put here, it's making the room that's north of conference room, the space that's north of conference room, is kind of important if I'm going to attempt an east wing south tunnel, because I need to be able to make my way up to the east of antechamber, basically, in that way. Still possible from passageway, but much less possible. Much less possible. Whereas this will, if I put boudoir here, which seems very strange on the face of things, then I've at least got a few more redraw possibilities in the interim. Oh, I completely my bad, everybody. My bad. No, the 2 spaces from conference room are not remo spots. Conference room was the remo spot. That's... apologies. So that one's gone as well. I totally miscalculated there. Yeah, I totally miscalculated. Okay. Anyway, look. We'll see how we go. This is a weird interesting day anyway. So that would mean that the actual space for remos would be south of boudoir. Boudoir would not allow me to connect up with foundation, but it would give me 3 more redrafting possibilities. Yeah. Who knows what I could get in the trunk with hallway. Or I could go for that redraw. Risking it. Okay. Alright, well, a parlor on this spot could get me 3 more redraws, the same as boudoir was offering, in a sense. I'm kind of, you know what? Let's do it. Okay, next parlor box. The other 2 boxes are empty. Okay. Could be true, could be false. The other two boxes are false. The white box is true. Interesting. Interesting. So, let's say... Let's start with this one. Let's go with a true-false statement. So let's say that this is true, and that means the other two boxes are straight up false. The white box is true. This has to be false, but we're saying that the white box is true. So actually, that whole thing falls apart. It crumbles. If this is false, then the other two boxes are false. Then this one is false, but the other... obviously it's false that the other two boxes are false. So they're either both true or at least one of them is true, which has to be the case anyway. The other two boxes are empty, could be true, could be false. The white box is true, is false in this scenario. So that makes this false, which makes this true. The other two boxes are empty, meaning the gems are in here. That one works out. That one works out. But is there another scenario here? If this one is true, the scenario doesn't work. If this one is false, the scenario only works in this way. I think that's that. I think the gems are in the black box. But I'm under a lot of pressure here in this weird, difficult day. I might not be thinking straight. I really need these gems. I need them. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. I don't really know what I'm hoping for from here, apart from... This is a remo spot, so we either, I don't know, I suppose either we get a remo here or we get laundry. Quite frankly, I think if I don't get laundry or maybe trophy room... It's all getting very difficult. Okay, alright. I've been given the gift of laundry. So we can fix our... Oh my god, okay. This is interesting though. Alright, I'm sacrificing... Yes, I'm sacrificing yet another remo spot. But that's because I've combined some very, very tricky goals today. But... Laundry room. We've been blessed with laundry room. Let's go with it and let's make the most of this situation. Okay, now, here's what I want to consider. Do I want to use all of this money for redraws? Or do I want to go and buy something helpful in showroom first? I don't want to spend, I think I can't buy the emerald bracelet. Spending 60 at this stage is just no good. It's no good. It leaves me, it's only going to get me a really small amount of gems, which makes all this effort to get the laundry just too moot. If I were to spend 30 coins, say on Silver Spoon, then that's still a very decent amount of redraws. Or even... even chronograph or an ornate compass are pretty good. Then at least we're making use of having put showroom here in the first, not that one. Lately I've been just going to the wrong counter. Yeah, ornate compass is 50. That's kind of as bad as emerald bracelet, I think. So chronograph or silver spoon? Silver spoon's obviously it's become like my huge goat item. I love it. That's sorry, just having a drink of tea. But I'm actually wondering if chronograph might actually be more helpful today. Given the weird drafting difficulties I'm having. So I don't know if I've been in this position in a long time where I've gone, is chronograph going to be more useful than silver spoon? And it could be. It could be. Alright, we spend 30. We're then going to have high 50s, amount of gems. I think that's pretty good. And we can always come back to laundry. stepwise, you know, I will have food in dining room waiting for me shortly. So there's that. Tricky. Tricky. 44 steps isn't the best, but it's not the worst. I feel like this is a critical decision right here. I feel like this is a critical decision. Okay. I'm gonna go chronograph just because I've really never made this decision, right? In a similar sort of toss up between Silver Spoon and chronograph. I don't know if I've ever picked chronograph, but I think let's do it. Okay, back to laundry. I am wearing down my steps, which sucks. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. I suppose. Oh no, it's just using up more coins. No, let's not do any. No, we'll just do the good old basics. Excellent. Okay, good. We've got a lot more power in our redrafting now. That is great. That is super great. So, potentially then the best thing is to go up from conference room. Ideally have a way across here and also to connect into foundation. Then I can just go for a tunnel here or a tunnel here. I think this has become much more possible. Much more possible. Okay. Excellent. This is not a Remo spot. So let us do the great redraw to get something more useful here. Redraw. I do need to get the planetarium Remo, and I you know have that whole other reason for wanting to get it now. I want to hunt for, see if I can see a letter in there. Well, gift shop would at least give me. It doesn't give me anything else. It takes a gold ream out of the pack, which is sort of useful in its own way, but it gives me the I mean, I haven't even entertained getting into antechamber from the south. It's because it pretty much never happens. I don't know, I'm just like, can I get a more useful room? Can I get a more useful room here? Mechanarium. I only have aquarium. I'm sorry everybody. I don't think it's useful there yet. I really could have done with the Southern Cross today. Alright, well, maybe I should just suck it up and put the throne here. Okay, which is actually probably less useful than the gift shop would have been. Whatever. Hallway at least gives me a trunk. Rotunda goes in every direction. It's kind of not terrible, right? It's kind of not terrible. Does open the possibility that I could go through the south side of antechamber, though that's really, really likely. Let's go hallway. Whoa! I've never had this, I think, walking into hallway. Interesting. Let's definitely go... Let's get the extra redraws, right? Great. Wonderful. We can use a regular key here. Keys. Great. Sweet, nice. What else? What else am I missing? Coin. Fantastic. Alright. So, this at least gives us the possibility of tunneling from here, and if we can connect our way up here, we can possibly tunnel. We could try to ruin one of our wings. I still love this one. Amazing. Well, if I'm gonna, I don't know. I still feel like I'd rather ruin the east wing than the west wing for whatever reason. So let's head over here. Now, this again is a Remo spot. Now I've got a lot of redraw potential. Let me take a look at what I need, and if I could get a Remo here that still gets me where I want to go, which is especially north, ideally. Then, so closet, locker room will not do it. Pool could do it. Pool could be the thing, and I need that to get like locker room and stuff anyway. Freezer, no. Terrace, no. Morning room, no. Lavatory, no. Like maid's chamber is a possibility. Gymnasium. Furnace, no. Planetarium, no. Dormitory, no. Okay, so it's going for gymnasium, maid's chamber, or pool. Those are the 3 Remos I could hope to get on this spot that will still get me where I need to go. Well, here we are. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. Otherwise, courtyard is really nice on this spot for a lot of reasons, but, you know. Chamber of Mirrors. This could be so powerful for my observatory thing, right? It could let me get another observatory. But the problem is everything about, you know, no, I can't, I'm sorry, I can't do it. What I was going to say is, I might even, if I can fully get through a Chamber of Mirrors, I have the possibility maybe of even getting more observatories up top. I like that, but it's just that right now I think it would clash with the goal I've worked this whole day for, so I think I have to pass it up on this spot. Closed exhibit could work, but here I am. I'm trying for one of these other Remo rooms. Pool, except it's not oriented how I need. Damn it. And I didn't buy the ornate compass. Okay. If only Dovatorium could be here. I know it's not called Dovatorium, but that's my favorite word for it. I gotta pass it up. I just gotta pass it up. We gotta move on. I am getting through. Not even security would work. Gift shop would work. 43 gems. I don't know. Damn it. At least I have chronograph. So I'm going to put... we're going to go back. We're going to go back. I didn't realize this was so far back. It's making me so nervous. And I'm going to put courtyard here, because at least I think it's a useful room in a lot of ways. Whew. I am sweating, everybody. I am sweating. This is much more difficult than I was expecting. But I can't... Well, at least we got a gem. So we got a silver key. That might be useful in some other place. Okay, and I don't even have shovel. I can't do anything with these dig spots. All right. Oh my God. So let's continue. We might as well just continue, right? Here, all I need, ideally, I say all I need, it's not all I need. What I'm hoping is to get up to this corner. At this corner, I will have my 8 gem redraws, and I will have the rook redraws. So that's at least a lot of possibility for getting tunnel. Once I get tunnel, it's done. It's done. We're good. We know we can take it all the way. But it's getting tunnel in a viable spot in the first place. I don't think I need to use the silver key here. Yeah, I think it's more useful if I'm going down one of the, if I'm actually trying to draft down one of the wings. So this, by the way, is not a remo spot. Not that I have used a single one successfully yet. This turns out not to have been the greatest set of goals with the greatest choice of rules. Okay. Casino will at least get me there. But I'm just like, maybe I can get a slightly more useful room. I don't really need Secret Garden. Yeah, I don't really need Secret Garden. I'm going to do one more redraft. I'm going to do one more redraw. Okay, classroom's actually probably good. Because that'll get us some more redraws as well. Not a lot. Really not a lot. Maybe just one from study. Okay, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Now this corner, hall pass. Oh, it might be slightly useful today. Again. Great. Apple. You know what? With 34 steps, I'm just going to eat it. Great. Okay. That's it item-wise. So, if this could be tunnel. Hang on, it's not possible, is it? No. Sorry. Not tunnel. What am I thinking? No, this is my launching pad for tunnel. I was like, hang on, how is tunnel possible? No. I was like, it's the same as Rebecca. Whew. No. This is the room I need to make tunnel. That's all fine. I just need something that goes around the corner. Yeah. Okay. Whew. The brain is it's snapping with electricity, but there's like moments of of dullness between the electricity snaps. Okay. I was like, how did I do a long tunnel in the first place? Yeah. No, all good. We have a launching room. So this is a remo spot. Now, given that all we need is for something to go around the corner. Yeah, unfortunately that means I can't use the corner drafts to get tunnel in the first place. But that's okay. That's always going to be the case. What I can use this for is I could use... This is a remo spot. So it could be, once again, it could be pool would do it. It could be... it could viably be... No, but it's not going to be... Of course, it's not... It can't... Yeah, we're not going to get pool and gymnasium as possibilities on this corner because of... because it's a corner and they're 3-door rooms. So, maid's chamber, if it goes downwards, is a possibility. And that's it. That's the only thing that's possible. It's probably not really worth shooting for that one single room, given the position that I'm in, right? Okay. So, master key it is. I mean, I could just take casino. It's as good as anything, really. But we've got a few free redraws. Commissary's good, though I have no money to spend in it. Conservatory's always good. I was just thinking, like, again, we've got the protection of the chronograph, so I can come back to these. But it could be really good if I could get Office gives me the possibility of, tunnel, not tunnel. It does give me the possibility of tunnel. It gives me the possibility of terminal connection, and if I get maid's chamber somewhere else, then at least I can try the payroll thing. So that's a possibility. I was kind of shooting for treasure trove, because then I could get my money. Lost and found is another thing, but no, I really don't want it on this spot. Sorry. Okay. Alright, so we're either going into gem redraws here, which is not the worst, or I can just chronograph my way back. It might, I think I might chronograph my way back. I think I'm gonna eat this one. Yep, okay. Maybe I just put a good old boudoir here then. Yep, I'm gonna do it. It at least gets me a couple more redraws, which is all helpful for the rest of the day. Like, conservatory would have been great. It only goes on the spot I know. I know. I don't know what I'm super aiming for with conservatory, I suppose. All right, here. Now we've got, here's where getting those two die redraws is good, because we now only have our gem redraws and our die redraws to attempt getting tunnel here. But if we can do it, then that is finally an interesting experiment done. Like, we're guaranteed once we get tunnel, right? So, definitely not silver key, only master key. Great. What I need from you now, we'll use these first. Cool. It might not work. It might not work. And if it doesn't work, I get another chance on the west wing. But since I'm here, you know, I want to try for it. We've worked all this way. We've come all this way to try this. Okay. Redraw. Come on, tunnel. Don't you feel like this is a spot you want to be drafted? Don't you want this? Don't you want this? I feel like tunnel should be a bit more likely on this spot. Oh my god. It might not work. It might not work. I'm running out of opportunity. This is my last opportunity. Okay. It's my last opportunity in the East Wing. For all I know, there could be a reason why I've not gotten tunnel here, or it could just be luck of the draw. Luck of the draw. All right. In that case, we will chronograph back, and you know, we might as well put something that gets us further down. I think probably workshop. This is not a remo spot, but you know, it means we can now start to use the actual East Wing for stuff, right? So let's workshop. Great. Fabulous. Okay, the security door is not a problem. Let's pop in. It's okay. It's useful, but I've got so many keys, I don't really effectively need it, do I? Okay. I suppose I could draft. I have 35 steps. All right. We can go back and we can see if we can do a tunnel here. I think I actually like that. Because then if it doesn't work, we're near foundation. We can foundation our way back to the front of the house. I can, you know, eat my dining room food and all of that. We can do an outer room. All right, what a weird day. What a weird day, everybody. There's no point to getting into the other... Hang on. I guess there is a point to opening the possibility of getting into antechamber, because it's my only way to potentially get into antechamber, and I don't have the crown today. The crown could be useful. I don't know. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I don't think I'm going to use my silver key here. Master key it is. So maybe let's just do a little wee bit of redrafting. And this is not a remo spot. Anyway. I must, oh my god. Why is everything facing antechamber? What the hell? I'm going through all my gems. No. No! Ah, shoot. Shoot, everybody. Maybe I should chronograph back and just put pantry here. This is not lucky. I started my day with spare veranda. No, nothing against spare veranda. No. It's not spare veranda's fault. Spare veranda's trying to help me, and it's like I have a foundation of not the best drafting luck today. I'm just really reluctant to spend too many more gems here. Let's do one more. Yeah. This is a bit like my drafting opportunities right now. I think let's just one of the things I kind of like about chronograph is that it's quiet, and that's how I feel when I have to rely on chronograph. It feels like oh, look at the shadow there coming across the screen. Interesting. It kind of feels like pantry. It kind of feels like I'm sort of humbly, you know, with my tail between my legs, heading back and going, those things I tried didn't work. All right, okay. This is the only next opportunity I have for a tunnel. I've created 2 opportunities for a southward tunnel today. And it's this or bust. It's this or I've just made a weird day for, you know, for an attempt. Okay. Master key. All right. Casino really wants to be drawn. But we get some free redraws here at least. Okay, commissary might be good, even though I can't buy anything now. Obviously, you know, it would be super useful. There's also the possibility that after I draft something here, before trying to draft tunnel, I could specifically go and do some other drafts to see if I can pick up some dye somewhere to just increase my chances. I would, great. What I was really shooting for was treasure trove, because now at least we got cash. Yep, treasure trove it is. This sets up the possibility. We've now got money. Quite frankly, I could take just even this amount back to laundry, right? Get way more gems again. And then still come back for more cash, for spending cash. That's not terrible. However, my steps are really pretty bad. So what have I got left here? 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100... What have I got left in like obviously there's kitchen, there's commissary as possibilities, but in showroom I've got 50 and 30, 80. Okay, 80 I could buy out showroom, I think. No. Well, not emerald bracelet, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about that. But with the kind of drafting I have left today, ornate compass could be really good. And silver spoon I think is probably going to be a must to try and fix my step issue here. Yeah. If I'm actually able to do it, I do still have a lot of drafting possibilities, right? The problem is they're really difficult, tricky rooms to make work. I don't think I'm going to be doing... in fact, you know, like just thinking about it, I don't think I'm going to be doing all of these spaces. I think it's going to be pretty difficult. So I'll probably just be doing some of them. Okay. In that case, that's probably good enough to go and swap my money and gems again. Get a really big ton of gems. Yeah, alright. But the steps to even do that is kind of sucky. 1, 2, 3, 4. So maybe I should do my purchase first. Buy silver spoon, head back to foundation, go front of house, eat food in dining room, do outer room. Even then buy food in kitchen. And then our step problem is fixed. We can come back, take more money. So in that case, I'm going to take a bigger portion of money. Mainly, so hang on. It would be 80 for silver spoon and for ornate compass. I think 50, 30. And then that would give me a good amount for some spending in kitchen. All right. Okay, I think I like this plan. So let's go back to showroom then. Get that silver spoon. I think everything everything will work out better if I... Yeah, silver spoon. Wonderful. Ornate compass as well. Cool. Then head back to foundation. Or how many steps is it to go through the house? Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to get to dining room. Whereas from here, 1, 2, 3, and then I think about 6 steps to get back to entrance hall. Okay, I mean it's not too different, but let's go through foundation. Whee. All right, cutting it fine. What a tricky day. It's interesting. I mean, I enjoy, I'm sure you guys know by now, I enjoy tricky days. I enjoy the weird challenges of them. This is a different sort of challenge that I've, I just wanted to do that. It's a different sort of challenge than I've had in a while. There's no point to the north lever, and there's, I don't really want to waste the time for that one single gem, so we don't need to go down there. Now, of the 2 outer rooms I need, which is no issue, we can guarantee getting them, it's a root cellar or tool shed. I don't know. Root cellar probably wouldn't be hugely useful because I have no... Is that a little bird? Oh, 2 little birds. Yeah, I don't have a shovel anyway for the time being. And we've drafted so much that I think we wouldn't get a huge amount of benefit from the extra dig spots. So maybe tool shed. But then again, my main reason for wanting them is the remos anyway. So, yeah. Let's just go and do that. Yeah, and I don't know. I don't know what I would expect. I don't know what I would even anticipate might be on the remos for these rooms. So let's just see what we get offered. All right. Tool shed. Tool shed has made it clear. Tool shed it is. I cannot believe this is our first... Shovel! Shovel! Excellent. Shovel and the gear wrench. Brilliant. Thank you. Tool shed has been waiting such a long time, but it's my dear old friend. It is my dear old friend. Adjustable gear wrench. I have really not used you very much. Okay, brilliant. Let's look at the tools. Actually, let's look at the wash helper, which I have always found kind of fascinating. And finally, take a look at our first remo of the day. What the hell? Toolshed! A powerful magnet can be used to steal a large number of small metallic items all at once. Yes. Okay. You guys will probably remember, like, I've always been fascinated about what more can be done with the magnet. I have been able to use it for some very cool things. I've always wondered if it could be used for like a secret thing, but I don't think that's what's being implied here. But then again, hang on. I mean, I don't think we're talking about money. To be honest, it's been a long time since I've used the magnet. Like, we know it picks up keys. We know that it can pick up a lot of things in the Chamber of Mirrors, which is awesome, because I've had that happen. A large number of small metallic items. It doesn't pick up coins, does it? What else would count? Alright. If it's not coming to mind immediately, I will walk away from that one and continue to have a think about it. But that's got me thinking. Thank you, Toolshed. Excellent. Okay, well, at least we can use the shovel now. We can hope to get, like, I don't have jackhammer makings, because I was thinking I could potentially use that to get more redraw die, but I can't. But we do have some dig spots available anyway. They might be able to get me things like turnips. My delicious raw turnips that I will be eating with a spoon. Thankfully, we also have trunks here. Oh, great. You know what? I've probably already... I'm not taking that. No, I don't want it. It's bad. That is such a bad item for me today, I think. The way that I figure it seems to work. Okay, hang on. That's on rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So... Ooh... now that's an interesting possibility, because right there, it is a Remo spot. So I could use it. I mean, I have so many dig experiments I want to do. I could use it for just a regular dig experiment, a regular treasure chest dig experiment, I mean. But I could also potentially use this for a locksmith. Wow. Okay, I just took a break to eat a banana. I was hungry, and there is something about this game that makes a banana feel like the right kind of snack. So, great. All right, what we need to do from here is open this next chest. That's cool. You know, it's cool. That's cool. It's not helping me get into anti-chamber today, but it's actually, for a day when I have a lot of corridors to traverse, that's literally helpful. That's literally helpful, and we will get more fruit from it. Now that meal there will be better with trophy room, which I don't have. However, I think it's a bit of a beggars can't be choosers sort of situation. So at least we've got, yeah. At least we've got that, yeah. I need it, really. I need it. Great. That's still a big bunch of steps. We'll get more from Joya shortly, and we can still go to kitchen. Yeah, I think it's the time. Oh, you're telling me that I haven't picked this up. No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to. I mean, to be honest, it actually might not affect my day because the vast majority of what I'm going to do is actually going to be aiming to draft south anyway. So, to be honest, I'm going to say sitting here and looking at the types of drafting possibilities I have, I actually don't know if that is going to be a disadvantage. Almost everything I'm going to be aiming for north-south travel. I guess if I'm trying to, like, let's say I'm trying to go inwards and I'm trying to get a corner room, I might be trying to get a south-facing corner room. Yeah, I don't know. Look, I'm going to leave it out because it's a complicating factor I don't think I need in my life. All the way up to kitchen. Yeah, I think let's do this. Let's just get all stepped up, and then I can do as much back and forthing as I choose. So definitely club sandwich. Beautiful. I mean, that's already tons. That's probably more than I'm going to need today. I'm just thinking, how much money did I leave in treasure trove? Enough. How many green rooms do I have? 1, 2, 3. Well, that might make the chef salad the best thing to get right now. Brilliant. All right, over 100 steps. We're good. We're good. Oh no, I need to give them more water. I don't know. Okay. Sorry, kitty. Great. Okay. So steps solved. Keys solved. Secret garden key found. Treasure map acquired. That's all really good. I don't want to draft yet from kitchen because I'm hoping to do something with all of this. But we can now do whatever drafting we want here. And I guess I'm just thinking two main things is to try and use a couple of remaining Remo spots. There's not many. This is one of them. I'm just double checking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, on rank 5. So this one from Passageway, east of Passageway, is one of them. I could try to get like Jim there or something like that. Yeah, and one of the other things I'm thinking of is just trying to acquire more redrafting die is another possibility I like. I might go and draft from Great Hall and just see if I can maybe go, get some spots down here. I can zip across corridor. That's what we can do. Great. We can dig this spot. Why not? Pebbles? Great. For my pebble collection. Thank you, game. And then up to Great Hall. Yeah. It's only when you drain it. It's been a while since I've... Well, I do have aquarium here now. Hang on. How? I don't know. I'm thinking that the first thing that came to mind when I thought of this room was it's got X's in it. And we've had another Remo that talks about conspicuous X's in rooms as well. But I'm just going to have a quick look in a way I really haven't looked before. Could there be any other letters visible in this room? Again, the N in Mechanarium is incredibly obvious, but then, yeah, and I've looked in these things a ton. I've looked in the tanks a lot. Okay. I mean, I don't think anything... Back of the barrel, top of the barrel, the crate. Yeah, I think the X is what I'm thinking of in this room. Star. Okay. So in that case, yeah, at least we've got... I don't have as many... Yeah, the only problem is I don't have as many redraws as I'd love from this, but when we head back up to the other side of the house, at least I can get the money in treasure trove. We can go down to laundry room, get a ton more redraws. And quite frankly, with the number of steps I've got, I could actually just do that right now and have it over and done with. That might be better than being ultra conservative. I mean, I have enough to at least draft down here with the full amount of gem redraws I might need. What the hell? Let's go and use our money. So up through here. Ah, there we go. And we get more steps. We've got even more steps now. Thank you, Joya. Thank you, Joya. Through hallway foundation, into the corner, pick up our riches. Excellent. Now this will get me... How much did I leave in here? I was just thinking, should I leave a little bit of extra spending money in here for like commissary or something? That said, the chances for getting commissary somewhere are pretty low as well. So I don't know if it's really worth what would I get from commissary? I don't know. I'm good for steps now. I don't need keys. I'm not really going to need to buy gems. I've got sledgehammer, I've got shovel, I've got metal detector, I've got salt shaker. So actually I don't know if I don't think commissary necessarily has anything that's going to be a game changer for me, a day changer. Yeah, and I can't use this extra spending money to buy anything in... let's take it all. Keep it simple. Okay, back down to laundry room. Whee! I've got to remember for my... Oh, not there. I've got to remember... Let's do the dig spots. There we go. Extra gem. Extra brick for my brick collection. Thank you. Couple of extra gems. Great. 80. Fortuitous number. Hallway conference room parlor. Yep. Cool. All right. Now this will be as many gems as we need in the day, I think. That's just everything. That's everything. The great thing is we will have more money from this because we didn't have no gems. Cool. And I don't know. Look, I could have waited to do that, but I just think that's I might eat my own words here, but I reckon that's as many gems as I'm going to need today anyway. Okay. All right. From this then, I think let's go from passageway. Let's see if we can put locksmith there, and we've got a good chance of it because we still have a gold scepter. There we go. We've drafted a bunch of other gold rooms, and I have tons and tons of redraws. Oops, I think we can do it, and then I can at least see if digging a treasure room in locksmith is one of the things. Like it's on my list of things I was hoping to do today. I cannot believe I might have the opportunity to do it. That said, maybe then I should do the same thing. Let's do the drafting. I'm changing my mind a lot, sorry everybody. This is a really difficult, no, what I meant to say was this is an interesting day. This is an interesting setup day. So I'm having to sort of rethink, like kind of think through and deploy some different strategies today. I reckon let's go here and try to draft down here because we might get read or die from it, which will help as well. Okay. We definitely want something which will take us down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This here is not a Remo spot, and neither is anything southwards until we get to the corner. So I can already draft north from passageway. I'm actually just going to see if I can get a different corner room here. Okay. Trophy room. It's a pity I already ate that meal, but trophy room is fine. Trophy room is good. Great. Great. And I'm so looking forward to soon adding to my cabinet here. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah. So this is still another thing, like do not tell me anything about this, please. But I'm just letting you know, I still do not know what dare mode is. I have a guess about what curse mode is because I've been cursed in this game a lot. I would guess that it's like you have to, you know, you have to play the game cursed. But I don't know. I have no idea what dare bird is, so I'm really looking forward to trying that out. Oh, man. Yes. Anyway, just thinking ahead. Okay, cool. Then we just want to head down. We just want to head down and see what can come of it. Like, gift shop will do. Let's do gift shop because it gets another gold room out of the way, making locksmith more likely. Done. Done. Yep. All right. I like that. No, I really just want to not locksmith. I just need to be able to go southward here. It would be, I mean, I've got a lot. I've got gems and I've got the chronograph. Okay. Veranda's probably really nice then. Veranda's probably really nice. Beautiful. Okay. Now, dig spot. Gem. Trunk. Nice. Another dig spot. Veranda delivers. I love my verandas. Okay, now this one. This one is a Remo spot. Oh my god. So, let me think through. We need, oh god. Like, we need lavatory, we need furnace, we need terrace. It's not possible for this to be terrace, I don't think. I'm fairly sure. It could be freezer, but that would be a problem for me. I don't even have sauna, I don't even have pool, so... The problem is furnace would also be a problem, because I'm specifically trying to have to create the possibility for tunnel in the spot below treasure trove. So I think furnace is just so ridiculously powerful with the red rooms. I think it would reach... I think, like, the way for a long time I thought furnace only affected the rooms immediately kind of around it. Like, I don't know, 2 or 3 sort of rooms away, right? And I think that I've seen, no, it reaches far and wide. So for all I know, it might reach up into the very opposite corner of the house. And I don't know if that's a risk I'm willing to take. Planetarium would be perfect here. I think I'm going to really try for planetarium. It's a dead-end room. I need the Remo for it. Freezer I also need the Remo for, but no. Planetarium, please. Planetarium, please. There's lavatory is also a goer. Oh, great. Lavatory would have been fine because we need the Remo for it, and it doesn't have any ill effects that I know about. In fact, a house should have a lavatory. A house should have one lavatory at least. A house like this should have many. Oh my god. Oh, I've just thought of another. Ooh, hang on. No, all right. I was thinking, I wonder if there's a way I could have loads of lavatories in a house and then see what house you get at the end of the day. But I can't think of a way that you could get that many lavatories. Like, you could use Chamber of Mirrors to get another one. Oh my god, imagine if you could have some kind of toilet house at the end. That would just make me so happy. No, I can't think of a way that it's possible to get that many. And I'm expecting that maybe Chamber of Mirrors doesn't offer you more lavatories. I don't know. All right, anyway, planetarium. Planetarium's perfect. It's perfect it's perfect for 3 reasons, especially. One is that I wanted to get this room to have a look. Can I see a freaking letter in this room? I mean, I've stared at these stars a lot. I don't even know, like, there's so much actually to look at in this room. So the second reason is that we will get a redraw die here. Great. Great. I mean, I'll take the prism key. It could be useful. We'll dig the spot. We get all this other stuff, which is very nice. Lovely. Alright. I mean, I've certainly noticed this gap here and wondered about it. I've got to have a little look around, I suppose. It's dark in here, which isn't helping. You know, the very first time I got Planetarium, I was staring at these stars and going like, if you move around, do they align and show an image or something like that? But I looked and looked and looked and I couldn't see anything. I'm sure that I've like done my best to look at these chairs and stuff. I don't know, but maybe I actually haven't. I certainly haven't been purposely looking for a letter. And honestly, there could be one and I just might not see it. So really, I'm actually turning my head to the side. It's very difficult to look at the back of the chairs. The sides. I mean, again, like, the main thing that sort of fuels my interest in this is the giant N that's in Mechanarium. And that's a giant. It's giant and in the center of the room. I mean, I don't think there's anything... I don't think there's anything in particular... I'm trying to look like, not just look in detail at things, you know, as if like I'm looking for like a little, you know, like the letters in Beyond the Blue Room, right? I'm trying to like also look, you know, like kind of blur my eyes and go, oh, is there actually like a very large letter in this room that I haven't recognized as a letter? Because this has a gap in it. Is it like a giant C? Could it be interpreted as a Q? Seems a bit ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's very, very dark in here. I'm actually gonna turn my brightness up. There we go. All right, that's made it much easier to look at the walls for me. I don't know. I don't know. I like to say, I think if there was a letter in here, I would have seen it by now, but you know, obviously I have missed so much. I have missed so much. What if it's even on one of the planets? And then, like, now I don't have an opportunity to see it again except for going back and looking at the old footage. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not even sure if this is the right back of the... It's not even this door, is it? It's the door of the other room. Floor. I don't know. Tops of chairs? I kind of feel like I've covered everything here. I don't know. I think I've done my best. I think I've done my best and I ain't seeing anything. So I could be wrong about this whole theory. Base of... Unless that's an... Is that a lowercase e? This... Wow. It could possibly be. I mean, I was always... That would be amazing, actually. That would be amazing, because you guys will probably know I was always like, why this gap? It's driven me crazy, because why would you bother? Why would you bother? Why would you bother putting this gap here so specifically? It doesn't make any sense to me. I was always thinking, like, what's... is this related to a secret or a puzzle or a mechanic? And I was always very curious if this could be a door. I guess it probably isn't. Or the Remo probably would have talked about a secret door in here. Oh, which, by the way, hang on, I haven't even looked at. Maybe it does. Maybe it does. Let's see. I got so excited about all of the other... So basically, planetarium, great choice for so many reasons. It is so this is a mechanic related. It is entirely possible to precisely predict which constellations will be observed on a specific day. I would imagine so. That doesn't surprise me, but I hadn't fully thought about it, because obviously the constellations that you get have to be related to the number of stars. Like the number of stars have to accord with a being able to be used up by a very by X number of constellations, right? So in a sense, that's why I'm not surprised by that, but I didn't know it, because the thing I didn't know about that is once you get up to the higher numbers of stars, is it possible to make is it possible to how can I phrase this? Rebecca, use words. Is it possible that that X number of stars, let's say 150, for all I know, because I haven't sat down and actually worked this out with, the possible, like the available constellations, it might be possible that for 150, which would definitely include, so you take off the 100 because that would be the spiral of stars, right? Then you've got a remaining 50. So maybe, all right, look, this is a bad example number because 150 would probably be the inkwell and the spiral of stars. But let's say 140, 147 would be probably spiral of stars, and then whatever 47 stars tends to be. Let's say 71. I don't know what 71... Here's the point I'm trying to make is, I don't know if 71 stars can possibly be made up of multiple different constellations, or if there's actually only one set of constellations that can really make it up. Given that we have constellations for like 1, 2, and 3, it does seem like there is the possibility. It seems to me that there is the possibility for a lot of variation among which constellations you might be able to get with which, with numbers of stars. But so that's interesting. It's interesting. I wonder if what that means is that it can be worked out mathematically. All right, great. Or there might be some other dynamics to it that I don't understand. Okay. Guys, can you believe how far we've come in this day? Second Remo. Second Remo. Let me just check I'm on the right screen. There we are. Great. Okay. Cool. I feel like that was super useful, and we have at least one redraw die, so that's something. Maybe then I'll draft from passageway here, and I want to leave this spot for the time being. You know what? Oh, maybe we should just do north of passageway. Huh? Aha, thank you. Maybe we should just do, I don't know. Not that way. This way. This way. We've drafted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gold rooms. Surely that's a very good chance of getting locksmith. Let's do it. Okay, let's try for it. Let's just try for it. I don't know whether it matters if I do either of these at the moment, so let's just do that. Yes, casino is very insistent. Locksmith. Locksmith! Oh, good. This could be it. This could be... You know what? Whether it's it or not, like, as in whether we're actually able to see... see a, you know, a little keyhole under the floor by digging in this room, it's at least something I'm able to try and see if this is it. Ooh, exciting, exciting, exciting. I'm kind of really surprised that I've managed to do this so soon. Great. Oh, cool. Another successful... Getting rooms, getting the correct rooms, matching them up with being able to dig money. That's great. Oh, we dig a keyhole shape. Oh, that's cute. So it's not like there is like an actual keyhole down there. That is adorable, because that means Simon has chosen to do this. Wow. I'm taking a photo for my room hole records. That's absolutely so adorable. Simon chooses to do this. That's really... I just have to say, for me, that's a really interesting insight into Simon's playfulness. Like, Simon goes, you know what? I'm not just digging a regular hole here. Like, he's sort of tickled that he's in the locksmith and he's just getting creative. That's a lot of extra work for a young boy, you know? Imagine digging into the floor of a room with a shovel. How? You know? First off, how? How is this young boy managing it? I very much doubt I could take a shovel and dig into the floor of any room I can possibly think of. Whether there's very thin floorboards there or not, like, what the hell? So that's already pretty impressive. But no, he's going, you know what? No matter how hard this is, I'm going to specifically try to dig a very difficult shaped hole here. Ah, that's amazing. That's amazing. I wasn't really expecting, you know, even if there was like an actual keyhole down there, I wasn't expecting that it would be necessarily like, oh, now you have to get a key down there and open something. That would have been super, super cool. I was just probably thinking it was a visual thing anyway. So the fact that it's the hole is actually really exciting, because I never anticipated that. And I feel like I've learned something extra cool about Simon now. Amazing. Amazing. I wonder, here's a thought. I've probably been in here with the magnet, but what if you come in here with the magnet and the magnet just like takes this, what, you know, 200 keys or so that are all on the wall? That would be crazy. I don't know if I've been in here with the what's a magnet? The electromagnet. I have the secret garden key. I have a prism key. I have... Oh, you know what? Can't hurt. I was just thinking, I don't think I have anything I really need from a special key, but let's do it anyway. It's probably a silver key, yeah? Ah! What? I don't think I've ever had car keys here. Have I? I don't know. I don't think I've ever had car keys in here. Maybe a long time ago, if so. All right, this is one of those things that if you can remember, please feel free to tell me in the comments below if I've ever had car keys in here, because I have no memory of it ever happening. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Sweet. Thank you, locksmith. That is delightful. Oh, and above all, like, that feels like such a triumph. It feels like such a triumph. I have crossed that one off the list. I'm very pleased with that. Okay. I might as well just try and get these 4 steps, then we might be able to use them to get some more redraw dye. But we can also use them for a couple of other remos. So I'm just going to double check, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this spot here from Passageway is a remo. The locksmith has gone on a remo spot. Wow, I have picked the wrong set of rules for today. This could be a remo spot here. So that could be something like, it could be pool, it could be gym, it could be maid's chamber. Yeah. I think those are the only things that would actually get me north. Yeah. And I actually don't even have to go north because we could come down from workshop or courtyard as well. So let's see if we can actually get a remo in this spot. And it could even be something like terrace or lavatory. I don't need patio. Freezer, yes, but not right now. Not right now. I don't know if I care enough about the experiments. I might be sort of forgetting something useful to do with them, but yeah. Lost and, like, yes, I definitely want more lost and found. But I can get it elsewhere. I think I have had so few remo opportunities here. It could be lavatory spot. This could be the spot for lavatory. Let's do it. Let's do it. It's time. It's time. What does this room have for me? Exciting. Lavatory. The time has finally come. As you have always suspected, lavatory is a room. I kind of expected that this was effectively going to be what the remo was, and very, very, very pleased to see it. Very pleased to see it. I mean, you know, lavatory has, like, for so much of this playthrough, I really thought lavatory had secrets in it. I really wanted lavatory to have secrets in it. I think as time has gone by, I've really had to accept in my heart that that's almost certainly not the case at all. So it's nice. I think this is a great time in my life to put this one fully to bed. So I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I can't think of anything else that would have been more perfect for a lavatory remo, so thank you. That is correct. That is correct, everybody. That is what we needed to happen. But what if I used a gear wrench? Damn it. Yeah, no. That's long what I suspected. Long what I suspected. It does, like, what it does make me think, though, which I have thought many times before when I've thought, it seems like lavatory is actually nothing is going on here, is it's interesting to me then that the thing that set me off on all of this is, of course, the photos in the darkroom, right? The photo of HSS is him taking a photo of himself with his Sinker camera, looking, he's probably about here, and he's taking a photo in the mirror. It's just sort of interesting to me that this is the mirror he chooses. I mean, there are other mirrors about the place, but then again, it makes perfect sense. I don't know. Just slightly odd choice to me to have the background of the the bath behind you, I suppose. Anyway, I find that fascinating. Yes, keyhole. Okay, great. Then what I must do is go up from here. We still only have the one redraw die, but we have loads of gems. I'm just seeing if I can maximize opportunities to make use of this weird ass day to get that tunnel on that spot. So I might try drafting from courtyard and workshop and just see. None of these are remo spots, so it's not a consideration. I'm just crossing them out. There we go. None of these are remo spots, so we just draft and see if we can get some redraw die or something like that. I'm not even close to being able to get jackhammer, so I am not. No. So I think we just dig. Coins. I mean, I do have all of this extra money, so I could go and buy like this is more steps than I need for anything really. I could, yeah, go and buy like the other stuff in the showroom. Well, I say that that's not a bad idea, is it? Down here. I thought I saw. You know what? You know what I thought I saw there? A tiny dig spot. I had no explanation for that. Do I want this? What else am I going to do with my money? Keep it for tomorrow, actually, because there is the possibility of getting freezer. And there's not the possibility of moon pendant. Once again, moon pendant's been weirdly absent recently. Yeah, I could buy this and put it in... I'm now thinking, is this money more useful to me? The money has more chance of being carried over tomorrow unless I put the emerald bracelet instead of the master key. Yeah. No, I think I'm going to keep my money, actually. I think I've changed my mind. Because I would love to finish the day with freezer. That would be really, really nice. Okay. Okay, well, let's go from courtyard then. Wow, I have a big choice of keys, don't I? Hang on, this is not the spot for... Secret garden could go on the next spot. Is it actually useful for me? It gets me fruit, which, to be honest, I don't need. I think secret garden is more useful here as a way to just continue drafting down if I need to, if I'm not doing a tunnel there. So I don't think I will secret garden here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what... Really just shooting for like a bedroom or something. I'm just going to master key it because I don't know what other strategy to sort of go for. Okay. Commissary is not going to get me redraw die, so I don't think that's of interest. Break room, I suppose, could have an extra couple of redraw die in it, but since I've already had that today, I don't know how likely that is. Yeah. Dormitory is another thing I need the remo for. It actually could... Sometimes it does have redraw die for me. It also might have a trunk in it, which might have redraw die in it. Yeah. It's possible. Well, let's do it. No, but extra gems. I'm not sure that I could need them. Okay, that's that then. Even more steps that I probably don't need. Okay, in that case, let's go around to workshop. Whee! Security door. This is a... Why not? I have said I'm going to try the detector shovel more. Let's do detector shovel. Since I don't think I'm doing jackhammer today anyway, and I don't need to be getting turnips or anything like that. Let's just do that. I think that's fine. I think it's a good opportunity for a little bit more detector shoveling. Okay. I don't really know what to what possibilities to sort of expect here, so pool will at least have some trunks in it. Which I think is as good a chance as anything. So I'm going to do that. Okay. Great. Keys. I don't need all of these keys. I don't need them. The money is maybe useful for tomorrow if I'm able to end with freezer. Okay, last draft on this spot. Just good old master key, I think. Okay. It might not be bad to do lost and found here and just have it as another lost and found option. I think it's unlikely to have any dye in it. But yep, I think since I don't really know what else to do with this day, that looks like the lucky rabbit's foot and coupon book maybe? And I can't see anything has been added to the shelf, but I'll go and have a look. I'll go and have a look elsewhere. Alright. Okay, alright. I think that's the turn back point. That's at least another, like, that's another thing I had on my list. So far on my list I had Tunnel South, 2 observatories, Solarium and Planetarium. We've done Planetarium. Lost and Found I've crossed off. Digging the treasure map under Locksmith, amazing, I've crossed off. Let's go and see if we can also do Tunnel South. As weird as this day has been, I could actually achieve, it could be a day where I actually weirdly achieve most of my goals except getting loads of remos. But, you know, tomorrow is another day. And there are still opportunities today. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, I think this is as good as I can hope for. All we can do is, hey Pixel, hey darling. My little fluffy grey guy is here. He's blessing us. He's giving us pixel luck. Yes. Okay, master key it is. We definitely don't want silver key. We definitely don't want secret garden key, and we definitely don't want prism key. Master key, please. Please, it would be so good. If not, then we can salvage this. We can just go for the remos that are on this wing. That's all fine. Hey, Pixie! He's going good luck! Good luck! Redraw. Redraw. Freezer, hope to see you later. Redraw. Redraw. Come on, I've had most of the tunnels. Come on. Let's roll the die. No, a different tunnel, please. Ah, come on. A lot of these rooms are great for being able to draft downwards, so I appreciate them. Tunnel! Tunnel, come on. This is my last chance. This is it. Oh my god! I was readying my mouth to say the words. Well, I gave it my all. I tried my best. Let's salvage the day and do something else. Thank you. It was Pixel. I think let's all say a huge thank you to Pixel. Yes, it does mean that the 2 other remo possibilities that are on the West Wing won't get used today, but quite frankly, that's in theme with the rest of the day. What this is today, while not a great remo day, it's still an okay remo day. We've had some good ones, but it's a day for being able to do so many other difficult things. And this is a very difficult one. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're tunneling all the way down, baby. All I have to do is click on the right thing. Cool. We get some detector shovel experience in as well. Thank you. All right. Tunnel number 1. This is exciting. I didn't think I was really going to have another reason to do this. I might as well just use my regular keys, right? Because it stops me from potentially making a mistake. Tunnel number 2. Yeah, regular keys is the way to go, I think. Old tin can. Old tin can. Lucky old tin can. Those are all locked. Regular key, please. Tunnel number 3. Right? Yes. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to be doing a full length tunnel again. I didn't think there would be a reason, so this is really exciting. Regular key. Tunnel, please. We're tunneling right. That would have been a Remo opportunity, but I hope you guys will understand. This day has just gone in a different direction, and it's allowing me to try a lot of things that were always going to be really difficult. There was never going to be a day when being able to achieve tunnel, a full length tunnel, wasn't taking up a lot of spots and wasn't a very difficult thing to even, like, southward. A southward tunnel is so much harder to achieve for me than a northward tunnel. So the fact that I've managed to do this on the first day I've really tried to is brilliant. Tunnel. Really good. Really good. Because it means that all of the challenges on this day haven't been for, haven't kind of been for nothing. Great. It means I'm not finishing today with freezer, but that's okay. That's okay. We're finishing today with tunnel. We're finishing today with tunnel. Cool. It's giving me the keys that I'm using to unlock the doors. Interesting. Oh. Many dig spots. Rusty nail. Okay. I would love to get sauna for tomorrow, but no, it's tunnel. It is tunnel. Last tunnel door. Okay. Dig spot. Key. Not a surprise. Not a surprise. Coins. Also not a surprise. Dig spot. Key. Trunk. We're sort of getting more and more goody. Oh, hey! I don't need them now. We're getting more and more goodies, aren't we? Excellent. This is the final southward tunnel. That looks like gems, I'm going to say. Four gold or orange gems or yellow gems, however you see them. Why I was pausing there is I was trying to remember, did we also get yellow or golden or orange? Probably orange, I suppose, because it's an orange room. Is that the reason that we're getting orange gems? And did I get them the first time I drafted tunnel? Maybe. I haven't. My memory is that we had what do you call it? Like we had a Morajai box that had an allowance token in it, but also I think around it there were also gems, and so they were probably also orange gems. Okay, so there you go. Successful. Oh, it's another weird there as well. Just recently we saw a weird bit when we dug. A weird bit of green. We're getting another weird little green bit here. It was when we dug in like West Wing Hall, I think. There was a little sliver of green. Huh. That's interesting. Probably just something to do with the way that these rooms are modeled, I'm guessing. Amazing. Well, there you go. There you go. So I guess like tunneling south, you get the gems, but you don't get the Morajai box. But done. I'm so pleased that I get to cross that off. We've managed to get one observatory today. We didn't get two, but that's okay. This was a very tricky day to be aiming for that. I didn't manage to get solarium, but I did manage to get planetarium. Let me just have a little think about this. If that is a lowercase e in planetarium, and it does make that little gap make sense, if so, which I'm really tickled by, because I've always wanted that gap to matter, to make sense to me. If that's a lowercase e, then we might be playing with the letters N, X, maybe E, maybe not even X, I don't know. But if I look at my available words that I've put down, that means the possibilities are for next, for oxen, for exon, and of words that, you know, are real words. That's all I have. Okay. So I need to have a look in Solarium as well. Maybe I could even just look at the footage of previously going into Solarium and see if I can see anything. All right. Oh my freaking god. I made it. I have drafted a north tunnel. I have drafted a south tunnel. Look at that. It looks so cool. It really does look cool. And we're looking straight at a harp. Ah, it's a great visual. It's a great visual. Okay, I might as well open this for fun. I got all these keys. No realm is considered spiritual. You big liar. You lies spit forth. So then, all right, last couple of things to finish off the day. I think the smartest thing is to go put what I want in the coat check, then go to Lost and Found. Just take a proper look there to make sure nothing has appeared. Yep. Yep, okay, I think that's it. And then we can call it a day in break room, and look forward to tomorrow. And tomorrow could very likely be the day we get our last outer room remo. And because I've done so many difficult things here, it frees me up for having a much stronger remo day. This is the only day when I haven't gotten a ton of remos. I think we got to appreciate that. Okay. Yes. Down to parlor. Yep. Yep, that's it. I got all these steps. I was like, yeah. Our elevator is not available anyway. Code check is here. Alright. I do wonder if, for some reason, me checking the master key here might... Alright, I don't need any answers on this, but I'll just tell you what I'm thinking. I wonder if checking the master key here is partly why I'm not seeing Moon Pendant. It might just be to do with the combinations, the possible sort of combinations in showroom. Because I have this feeling that it was about the time I put master key in here every day that I was no longer getting Moon Pendant. But for a long time, I was really consistently getting Moon Pendant. Really consistently. But then before that, there was another period of time where I had the master key here in coat check. And I think I was often not getting Moon Pendant. Now that's just a vague memory, but it's one of those gut feelings, I suppose, that I'm considering. Which is making me think, maybe, what if I actually go and buy the emerald bracelet with the money that I'm definitely not keeping to tomorrow? Yeah, alright. Sorry about this. This is a bit all over the place, but it's actually a chance for an experiment. I love having the master key in coat check so much. It is one of the most, it's the most expensive item in showroom, so it makes even more sense for me to have master key there rather than emerald bracelet, really. But it's a chance for me to see, it wouldn't be confirmation of anything, but I'm just curious to see if I put emerald bracelet there instead, maybe I'll just be curious to see if I get Moon Pendant as an offering tomorrow. And again, like, money isn't, money is less and less and less of an issue. It's not an issue. It really is still an issue, but yeah. It's a chance for me to just sort of see if there's some kind of, to see if there might be a continuation of a bit of a pattern here. And also, emerald bracelet is also really good. Emerald bracelet, there we go. Okay, Now let's go and check out Lost and Found. I'm glad I've got all of these steps. Doing a lot of back and forthing here. I don't think it looked like anything appeared there, but, you know, let's see. Let's see. From here into passageway. Yeah, I'm super thrilled with how this day has gone. I can't believe how many things from my little list I wrote before I started this day I've checked off. And they are some of the most difficult things for me to try, so I'm really pleased with that. Up around this way. There we go. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Okay. Place your bets on what's going to be lost. Bam. All pass. That's very nice. Okay. Nothing extra yet, but might as well take them. I'm not going to keep them and I'm not going to lose them. Great. Great. I wonder if rather than something else, like I do really think that probably something else is going to appear here, but I do wonder if it could actually be that there's still a very rare item that might appear in the room. I don't know. Curious. Now we just get a bit of a cool beat as we walk through the house. So where am I going? I still think the most useful thing is to finish in break room. Yep. So let's head there. Let's do that. Ah, what an interesting, weird day. And I was legit in danger, though it would have been interesting in and of itself to be finishing the day with no West Wing or no East Wing drafted, which just would have been fascinating. We've got 4 seconds to make it somewhere. We did it! We made it somewhere! Hooray! Yet another success of the day. Here we go. Thank you, Uncle. I had fun. I had a fun, like, what, day 134. I really appreciate it. Still having a lot of fun. Okay, break room up here. Wonderful. Call it a day. Okay. Amazing. Amazing. You know, very odd day, but you need an odd day to achieve some of the things I was trying to achieve today. And today had many incredibly sticky spots in it, and yet I achieved so many of my goals, so I'm really pleased. We've done a southward tunnel, we've not just dug in, we've dug a treasure map spot in Locksmith. Really difficult to achieve. Been able to take a planetarium and maybe delightfully me have an insight into that weird little gap in the projector in there. Got another lost and found. Amazing, you know, and still managed to get an observatory. Not like really the only things I didn't get today that are on my list are another observatory, solarium, and doing the payroll thing, but they'll carry on to tomorrow. So great, thank you so much everyone, and do let me know if you would be interested in me, you know, maybe doing a video or a video or a few videos, I don't know, having a go at some of the puzzles in Christopher Manson's book. Like I think I'd be delighted to try. I have no idea what it will be like, but like, I mean, it very much feels like it's a great tribute to, you know, to the experience of this game, right? It's a great sort of continuation, in a sense, in a sort of a forward and both a backward sense, of all of the amazing beauty that we've experienced in this game. So I'd personally love to do it, but let me know what you think. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Do take care. Do something lovely for yourself. Bye-bye.